1,499 to Richard Azan, 931 to Warren Newby. There's also the St. Andrew West Rural constituency, where we've got, what, 6% of the boxes counted, and Juliet Cuthbert Flynn from the JLP, 379 to 483 for Joan Gordon Webley. And the director of election just stepped in here. We don't have the situation to talk to him, so might have to put him in the seat and let you have a chat with them, guys, back in studio. But it's early days yet. It's slow in coming in terms of the update. I've seen this update. Well, it just said it was updated at 7:05, but we've seen these numbers for a little while now, and we'll just have to be working with them. There's another constituency that I'm really, really looking forward to tonight, the Westmoreland Eastern, where the General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell, is down there running for that seat. It'd be very, very interesting to see how that one goes. The Kingston Central seat also is going to be a one to watch tonight. I was down there today, and it was all action with Donovan Williams defending his seat against the newcomer to representational politics, Steve McGregor. So yeah, generally, we've seen these numbers up for the longest while. Not so sure why they've not changed as yet, despite it says it was updated last at 7:06. So the PNP, they're leading in 12 constituencies, the JLP in 11 of them. And that's pretty much what's happening here. I mean, a lot of media representatives are here,
Wayne, may I ask you,
interviews all over the place.
Wayne, may I ask you,
Yes.
well, not that it is pointing to anything significant, but I just want to get an idea of the progression of the count. Based on what you have and what you're seeing on the board, is it only one seat in which any of the candidates there has breached the 1,000 vote mark, and that is in Northwest Clarendon, Richie Azan, am I correct?
Easily, and the closest to that, just to put it into context, the closest to that is the 400, I think 443. The last time I looked at one, 483, and that was in St. Andrew West Rural. Yeah, it was the same one as Juliet Cuthbert Flynn and Joan Gordon Webley. So yeah, by miles, the 1,000 mark has only been breached only by the Azan newbie situation down there in Clarendon, Northwestern.
Yeah, and I can tell everybody, because we've been having some challenges here, it's not a secret to say, and I've just confirmed that the major internet providers are having challenges. I've just seen people sending me screenshots of their TV where they're getting a message. For instance, Digicel Plus is saying some customers may have experienced difficulty browsing the internet or noticed degraded TV service over the past few hours, and the teams are working on it. And you know, you get that perpetual circle moving to indicate that there are internet problems there. My own home, they're not able to watch the coverage because there's no internet service there. And again, it's the same message that is there. So internet outages across parts of the corporate area, compromising work that the internet, of course, facilitates happening in quick time.
Very good point. Very good point, because we experienced it along the journeys that we traversed today, covering the elections, and of course some of the polling stations that we visited were having internet problems as well. I just didn't know it spilled over into the counting as well.
Well, guess what, Wayne?
Why are they taking so long?
Well, guess what, Wayne? You're going to be more important to us tonight, because we're going to have to come to you at regular intervals, given that it's not our own system here, our own internet. It's a citywide issue. We're going to have to lean heavily on you to give us those updates as that board is refreshed significantly. You said the last refresh was at 7:05, 4 minutes ago.
No, 7:08. It's showing 7:08, and the numbers are still the same.
Still the same.
If you see me looking away, the director of elections is here, Glasspool Brown, and he's going to be walking into our shot. We don't have the situation where we talk back to him. So, well, another media house has grabbed him. He has decided to talk to us, and if you hold a bit, we probably could grab him for a couple of seconds, because we really want to hear from him. But yeah, we're clearly experiencing some internet issues here, while the numbers are not turning over as quickly as they ought to. But yeah, quite an interesting night so far. I mean, nothing yet. It's very early days, but it's still very, very interesting. I mean, for those who are at home and not been able to watch it, I really, really pity you, because it's an interesting night. I'm sure people spend months looking forward to.
Wayne, I can give the viewers some numbers coming in from central Manchester. PD 57, Rhoda Crawford 41 votes there, Donovan Mitchell 107. PD 78B, Crawford 28, Mitchell 56. PD 78A, Crawford 34, Mitchell 63. PD 46, Crawford 80, Mitchell 58, PD 47, Crawford 46, Mitchell 93, and PD 24B, Rodemoy Crawford 58, Donovan Mitchell 59, and I just got a new entry here, PD 24A, Crawford 39, Mitchell 59. So from these numbers, it does appear as if Donovan Mitchell has poached a lead over Rodemoy Crawford in that race in central Manchester at the early stage in the counting. I'm getting
Another
some...
one of the
Go ahead, Wayne.
No, I was just telling you, it's one of the constituencies I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to about 9 or 10 with more interest than I would for the others. And Central Manchester with Rodemoy and Donovan Mitchell is certainly one of them.
Yes, I can also give you some numbers, Wayne and panel, from Central Kingston. PD 45, Donovan Williams 34, Steve McGregor 1. PD 54, Donovan Williams 102, Steve McGregor 8. PD 58, Donovan Williams 116, Steve McGregor 5. These PDs seem to be in the strong JLP areas, which explains the chasm between the numbers for the respective candidates. In competitive PDs, they will be close. So that's an indicator that these are PDs in strongholds for the person leading. Cliff.
And just let me tell you, I've just had a statement from Digicel saying, dear valued customers, on this important election day for Jamaica, we have experienced another act of deliberate vandalism to our connectivity partners network. A small minority has disrupted essential services and critical communication channels at a time when national connectivity is most needed. According to Digicel, it condemns this criminal action in the strongest terms. The targeted damage has interrupted home internet, mobile, and TV services for a number of customers. These acts not only inconvenience individuals and businesses, but also undermine economic activity and public safety. According to Digicel, their engineers and technical teams are working continuously to restore services as quickly and safely as possible. At the same time, they are cooperating fully with law enforcement authorities to ensure those responsible are identified and prosecuted, and they apologize to their customers for the disruption. Yeah, confirming that acts of sabotage have compromised the internet service. Wayne, I understand that the Director of Elections has taken your chair. The Director, good evening, Glassfold Brown.
Good afternoon to you and your listeners.
Based on the reports from your team, how was today?
There were some challenges, but if you assess us in terms of all the criteria that you use to assess a good election, I think we did a good job. And the pace of voting so slow, how could you end up describing it? There's some issues in it. There were some issues in the pace. We are going to do the assessment and to look at all the factors that would have contributed. But one of the major factors, Cliff, that would have contributed, a number of our persons continue to come to the polling station without their renewed ID card. And you had to go through a longer process in terms of taking the loan, etc., etc. And what you find also, a number of persons turn up very early in the morning, and it creates a little pressure on the system. If you went to most of the polling station after 2 p.m., it's that easy walk through the polling station. So all that in terms of the orderliness that would have been good for us in the morning was not there. So but as I said, we are doing our assessment. We in terms of what transpired today, and then we'll review it, and then we'll see where we would have gone wrong. You have been pointing out, Mr. Director, throughout the day that if people are in line at 5 o'clock, they will be allowed to vote, yes? Tell me, what is your report in terms of polling stations going beyond 5 o'clock? Have you had several of those polling stations opening beyond 5 o'clock to help those people who have been inconvenienced who were in line? Everybody that was in line at 5 p.m. were allowed to vote. Certainly based on our data, by 6 o'clock, a little bit after 6, most polling stations were closed. Were closed, but they were in a position and continued to facilitate people well into the evening, none after 6 o'clock, is a question I'm asking. Because we're getting reports, some people were saying it is taking them an hour and a half. Oh, we lost him.
Sorry about that.
All right, so I'm trying to do a tally here of some numbers because I'm getting more numbers out of Central Manchester. And I think I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PDs now out of Central Manchester. And to give the complete picture, I might have to go through the 6 again. So PD 24A, Rhoda Crawford 39, Donovan Mitchell 59. PD 33, Crawford 101, Mitchell 42. PD 16, Crawford 71, Mitchell 68. PD 66, Crawford 97, Mitchell 61. PD 13A, Crawford 33, Mitchell 92. PD 13B, Crawford 27, Mitchell 95. PD 51, Crawford 56, Mitchell 36. PD 36, Crawford 85, Mitchell 47. PD 65, Crawford 55, Mitchell 66. PD 101A, Crawford 31, Mitchell 77. PD 26, Crawford 86, Mitchell 45. PD 102, Crawford 23, Mitchell 75. PD 101B, Crawford 29, Mitchell 70. PD 18, Crawford 62, Mitchell 44.
George, the question is, our viewers can't add up those, you know.
So why you not add them?
We can't add them.
All right, you want to do the numbers and I add them for you? I can't do it. I'm going to tally them. I was hoping that your interview with the director carried, so I'll get the chance to tally the numbers. I can also
we need to know what they mean.
Yeah, but hold on, Cliff. I can also give an update on Central Kingston. Fret not, our listeners are very bright people and viewers. Let me do Central Kingston again because I've gotten some more information. So PD 45, Williams 34, McGregor 1. PD 54, Williams 102, McGregor 8. PD 58, Williams 116, McGregor 5. PD 57, Williams 181, McGregor 8. PD 55A, Williams 103, McGregor 9. PD 55B, Williams 115, McGregor 4. Across these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PDs, McGregor has not gotten more than 9 votes in any of the 9 PDs. And Williams's scores 34, 102, 116, 181, 103, 115. So Williams is poaching a big lead before the expected flood of McGregor boxes in the PDs coming. I'm interested.
Jenny, can we turn to you at the smart board? Any numbers yet? Oh, the internet has affected us here. Yes, we have no internet here, and it's really affecting our ability to tabulate and to really make use of the smart board.
Here's what I'm going to do. I think we should throw to Sondre and his panel, and then we have a chance to tally what we have so far based on the traditional way we get information as journalists.
Yes.
So Sondre Roden is on point, and he's hanging with 2 of his friends. Sondre, I guess the question to ask is the pain points that to this minute are frustrating people in line at polling stations to vote. How do you suggest that the EOJ conquer a problem that has bedeviled elections of the past?
Well, that's a good point, George, and it's good to be here with all our viewers and listeners. With me, I have Suel, that has been here with us from earlier, and Dekar Diego, a very interesting name, if I may say so myself, and he's here as well as a part of Jade. I heard Cliff talking earlier with the Director of Elections, and the Director of Elections said it was a good day, but I have my concerns, George. I was in line for about 2 hours and 30 minutes, in line for 2 hours and 30 minutes. And that is concerning. That's concerning to me. That's concerning to other persons that I heard about in different spaces in Trelawney, etc., that had similar circumstances. And that in and of itself is a challenge. So, Suel, how do we fix this?
I mean, I think it has to be a multi-pronged approach. I think, and when I went to vote this morning, I also had some issues with the fingerprinting thing. I kept printing it. They had to wipe it with alcohol. Like nothing they did worked until all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just started working. So I think going into these things, we need to make sure that things are prepared. And I know when it comes to electronics, the least thing can throw things off. So I think we need to be testing these machines way before we go into the actual day. I think some of the other things that I heard people talking about too was that a lot of the workers weren't really aware of the process. So I'm not sure what the training that went into, you know, the day happening. So I think there are lots of things that were at play, and I think just the little details, like just little comfort things that we can do. You know, if we know that there's a station where the inside is small, so people will be gathering outside a lot. You know, maybe add a little tent, you know, some chair, just like, you know, just little things that we can do to, even if you have to wait a long time, at least I'm sitting down, you know, at least it's a little shade. So I'm not just standing in the sun. So I think there's lots of little detailed things that we can do where even if the technology part of it is failing, at least people are comfortable waiting.
Well, I was standing in the sun. Diego, what would you say to the EOJ about the long wait that some people would have had to experience?
Right. So I think, speaking from experience, what I experienced today, I went to the polling station, and something that I noticed is that there are a lot of elderly persons at the stations. A challenge is that there isn't enough persons there to assist them in getting their ballots, space, as she said, to sit. These are some of the issues that they had. So I think there needs to be a suitable amount of persons allocated to assist these kind of persons, because we talked about younger persons in terms of, you know, the process for them, but we also need to look at the older persons who in some instances make up the majority of the voters. So we need to, I think, allocate spaces for them, be it personnel, seating areas, the technology also to assist them in getting their votes a bit quicker, because the thing is, they're not as technologically inclined as us, younger persons, so there's a greater challenge for them. So in terms of maneuvering, moving into the polling stations, the long wait lines, the longer process and that kind of stuff, I think needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I think I had similar challenges as it relates to older folks as well. I had a number of them in the line where I was, and there was no seating arrangement there. And of course, I listened to the worker from the EOJ telling every single person at she took her time to read the instructions. When I went in, I said to her, please do not read me the instructions. I just need to vote and leave. I've been here too long. But a question I have for you, starting with you, Diego, what issue or what 3 issues stood out for you in this election that made you think, this is the party I would choose to give my vote?
All right, so my issues really stemmed from policy. So I looked at 3 fronts. Literally as debate happened, so the social issues, the economics, and then the general look at the leadership in terms of the organization of the party. So in terms of like policy, currently I wouldn't say I'm formally employed, but in terms of the income tax threshold, how the finances of the country is being managed, the proposals going forward for the financial stability of the country. That's something that I thought was very important. And then secondly, looking at the social aspect of it, you know, how persons go about in daily lives, how we interact with each other. That's something I think needs to have more focus, especially when you're looking like in schools, how kids are interacting with each other. We have like, you know, well, not as much as post-COVID or pre-COVID, where we had a high amount of violence in schools. That's something that needs to be looked at. So the education parts, the social and education, how that intertwines. And then like on the leadership, not specifically the leader of the party, but the structure of the party, which party seemed more organized. That's something that I took into consideration, you know.
So on the leader, before you continue, the statutory declarations, you know, that point was a pain point for the Jamaica Labour Party as relates to leadership, and the PNP harped on that point throughout the season. Did that affect you in your thought process?
For me personally, it did, because I think as a leader of any democratic country, you need to convince the people, because actually first point, people inherently see politicians as corrupt, right? Either way you look at it. So they ask the regular persons, they might not care, because they might say, you know, them say him corrupt, but you know, it might also corrupt, but more covert with it. So I think, especially as a leader of a country, that's something that needs to be addressed. I mean, the Prime Minister said that he's not under any investigation, he has not been charged with anything, and so on and so forth. So, but still, it's in the media, persons are very attentive to it. So I think the People's National Party pointing that out successively leading up to the leadership debate, I think was fair game.
Well, That's all the time we have for now. We're going for a quick break, and of course when we are back we'll have a lot more. It's the race to 32, and we're here eager. I think Saeed said pollsters, politicians and voters, but I think the media may be a little bit more eager to get the results. So stick with us right here on the race to 32.
Jamaica's agriculture is on the move, and the world is watching. This September, discover how sustainable agribusiness, global reach, local impact is transforming our future. At JAIF 2025, the Jamaica Agribusiness Investment Forum, explore financing opportunities, forge powerful partnerships, and connect with global markets ready for Jamaican products. Join us in Montego Bay, September 17 to 19, and plant the seed that will take your agribusiness to the next level. Register today at agribizjamaica.com. Let's grow Jamaica's agricultural future together.
BGLC, the regulatory body. We regulate, you play without worry. We regulate, you play. BGLC, fair play when you play. For the fun of the game, you know where they are. BGLC, keep it fair for the player. You play the game and we are the rules setter. Keep everything fair so the game play better. The Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission. We ensure fairness, integrity and responsible gaming practices. Keep the game fair and fun for everyone. We regulate, you play.
Send the something and come back. Back to sender! God, I thank you so much.
Miracles await and miracles abound. Tune in every Sunday at 7 a.m. for your share of the Miracle Revival Hour with Reverend Dr. Blair. Come for the word, stay for the worship. Right here on PBCJ.
Miracle worker, work one for me.
Join us as we navigate this interwoven landscape, discovering how every portfolio and agency under the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation play a crucial role in national development, from housing to land. Right. NWC, why I don't have any water in my tap, to infrastructure and investment. So the government is not giving away any assets.
No, Dini.
All right.
Not at all.
Let's unravel the threads of success as we explore the MEGJC matrix.
Greet the Sabbath day with bliss and an open heart. Join the People's Station for the Andrews Memorial Seventh-day Adventist Church service every Saturday at 9 a.m. on PBCJ.
BGLC, the regulatory body. We regulate, you play without worry. We regulate, you play. BGLC, fair play when you play. For the fun of the game, you know where they are. BGLC, keep it fair for the player. You play the game and we are the rules setter. Keep everything fair so the game play better. The Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission. We ensure fairness, integrity and responsible gaming practices. Keep the game fair and fun for everyone. We regulate, you play.
The National Family Planning Board now presents a parenting tip from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Men are what their mothers made them.
PBCJ's Studio National is an excellent soundstage with a reputation for producing superior acoustics. Equipped with blue and green screens, it facilitates digital insertion of visual effects and exciting backgrounds in post-production. Studio National is the largest drive-in studio in the English-speaking Caribbean. Yes, you can actually drive a vehicle right onto the studio floor. With over 4,000 square feet of floor space, the studio can easily be transformed. It has hosted a wide variety of live and recorded productions, including Digicel Rising Stars, Schools Challenge Quiz, gospel concerts, the TEF Tourism Debate Competition, and election night coverage. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it was a location for Reggae Sumfest and has hosted several reggae concerts, has hosted workshops, launches, town hall meetings, and over the years has been home to several TV dramas, including Oliver at Large and Lime Tree Lane. In addition to the rental of the studio, we can furnish a full crew to shoot and edit your production. So for your next major live or recorded event, or as a location to shoot films, programs, and commercials, PBCJ's Studio National is your best option. For smaller productions, you can book our more compact studio, Studio B. For bookings, call 876-665-7225 or email prod_pbcj@pbcjamaica.org.
BGLC, the regulatory body. We regulate, you play without worry. We regulate, you play. BGLC, fair play when you play. For the fun of the game, you know where they are. BGLC, keep it fair for the player. You play the game and we are the rules setter. Keep everything fair so the game play better. The Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission. We ensure fairness, integrity and responsible gaming practices. Keep the game fair and fun for everyone. We regulate, you play.
Come with us to Lime Tree Lane, where life is sometimes sour, but sometimes sweet.
Oh, I was in the bar yesterday, trying to convert over 2 man, and my hand make mistake and bungs down them drinks. And the other one said to me, "Why if you right enough and you cut it off, boss?" And same time, the two of them just hold me down and cut the hand.
Have a laugh and settle into Lime Tree Lane. Join us Mondays to Fridays at 7 a.m.